Basotho ka lebitso ke Mama Shea Ntshepeng Tshita Dikiso ka jeno re mona ha mabote re tlo ka ditaba tse monate tsa manang le kgwebo ka ha rona ha Lesotho hobane wa tseba hore this program ke o fa malebela hore na ebe o ka iqalla ha o jwang kapa o sontso le ka hara yana ebe o ka etsa eng mohlomong hore o improve ho feta ka tsela leng ka teng ka hore fela ebe re utlwa hore na ba ba le bona na ba reng ha ba bua ka kgwebo tsa bona jwale ke lakatsa hore yeo re mo tjhaketseng tsa sela ka jeno a tla ipolela hore na ke mang jwale bile mohlomong se bile re kena ditabeng tsa bohlokwa tsa hore na kgwebo yona yo keneng ka hare ho yona na ke ya mofuta o feng o ka dumedisa ba bui ra tsela pele.
Dumelang Basotho ke Morongoe Falatsi ke morwetsana wa Mosotho as you can kapwa ha ke sa le morwetsana se ke le mme
whatever. Okay, yeah. Yes, so yeah, maybe then you can just also tswela pele o go bolela hore na re mona ka kgwebo ya hao. What is this business about?
Okay. So lebitso la kgwebo ke Nomsa plastic break.
Nomsa?
Yes.
Why Nomsa baby?
To commemorate my cousin. She tried the academic route ya ba ka nnete ha gono na tla hloka hore a phete bo class ha hlano pele a proceed to the next one. Ebe ha le form D ke ha decide hore a o gore ke nyalwe hobane life happens the way it happens.
Yeah.
Ba nyalwa ya ba at the hands of the mother-in-law a ba hlokahala ba sa mo fidijo. And I was thinking to myself re tswa sekolong, we say we are educated but there's really not a lot we can do for the people we love. How do we help these people? So ka bekere after doing research who is a plastic mo who etsuwang di product ka plastic, you don't need a university degree to do that. So yaba that's how Nomsa came into existence.
Wow, that is so. It's such a beautiful story, and it has a meaning behind it. It's actually going to come that truth. Okay, so say more. You also work at the plastic. Tell me, what is this business about?
Okay, so Nomsa put her plastic is a construction material out of this plastic.
Okay.
Yes. What we
No, it's fine. I'm just perplexed, so I'm just trying to analyze, but it's fine.
Okay. So what we do is we collect all sorts of plastic. Plastic so we collect the conjugate in the wiring of the house,
okay.
Le plumbing. Other than that, all sorts of plastic.
So this person is into recycling.
Yes.
That's what we can say. Millions because it says sincerely our environment. Plastic we're actually encouraging and now we're having Nomsa here saying our business is about collecting that plastic and reusing it. So but where do you collect this plastic?
Well, currently we want to collect it from Hatsosane so that we have a steady supply. Inside the value chain.
Okay.
That's what the current model we are working with.
Which I love because it also talks to job creation. It says, which is good.
Yes. Eventually we did want to plastic because they have a system of their own. So we wouldn't want we're giving these people money. Progression but you don't see it. Yes.
Okay.
Because some things are just beyond our control. In a way the clients that we currently have.
But I want us to go back a bit. What brought this thought? Business plastic. This I mean, what happened? Okay.
My last year in electrical engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, my cousin passed on that very year. So I like I said, I thought to myself, what is it that we can do? Successful countries, they have dintho tse ding tse sa hlokeng motho hore ebe o na le mangolo a matelele, but ba ntse ba kgona hore ba phele, you know. E seng ena ya hore you are fighting to survive, to actually live. Yes. So I did my research there. What is it that can be done? E sa hlokeng hore motho ebe o ile sekolong o na le intense knowledge on gore that person is an expert on something. How do we help other people? What you've noticed, Kapo, what you've realized, giving joy to someone else, Kapo, helping, or someone receiving, it actually gives you more joy. The feeling, it elevates your life more.
Beautiful. I think I'm loving the story because it says it was about identifying and this is talking to you because you're saying you're not well educated, or even if you are educated, it says identify the opportunities. But also what is important is identify this, but at the same time we're protecting our environment because how and this is what they came across. I'm loving this.
Call for action. Are you ready for a network that affords your business exposure and access to markets? Join us now and get the following benefits. A weekly picture spot classified with 300 maluti in informative newspaper, totaling up to 1,200 maluti advertising monthly. Promo advertising on the informative Facebook page and promo advertising in FINITE monthly e-magazine. At least 1 hour virtual training on business in sectors like marketing, HR, accounting, and many others. At least 1 feature in FINITE magazine about your business. Funeral cover worth 20,000 maluti for the business owner, 20,000 maluti for their spouse, and up to 20,000 maluti for each of their children, for up to 6 children. Invitation to FINITE associated events. These may be charged, discounted, or free. Pop-up advertising in the lifestyle app to a consistent network of partners, members, and potentially new clients. Video advert placement on BAM TV. Scan the QR code to join the FINITE Magazine Lifestyle Club.
Programming FINITE Business Empowerment mo go bua le Basotho ka go na ha Lesotho fumana gore na di kgwebo tsa ba keneng ho tsona na ke tsa mofuta ofeng kentse re na le Nomsa Plastics, otherwise known as just Nomsa, mo a re fa leto la ha go jwale ba kene ka hara kgwebo yona e be re reng ba bokeletsa plastic mosebetsi wa bohlokwa go bana jwalo ka ha ke tshilo le fatse ka bophara concern is serious protect the environment, and this is one of the biggest solutions that we have here in Lesotho. But hey, research online and everywhere. Yaba we amametatif ko ke batla o fihlela ke tlo thola ko mama o hlele se kana le hona o tshwere mo.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't easy, eh?
I love that. I love that. Lutle patio, it wasn't easy. Go what's why it says some of us are sitting down because we want to have it easy. It's not easy, but how you're definitely going to make it. Tell us that journey.
Okay. So is there anything like that? Hi Mona, are there people who are actually doing this? Can I collaborate with them? Maybe intern what I want to do.
Whoa. I always give pointers because she's just said something else. Because you need to study your environment. But she doesn't stop there. She wanted to because some of us the competitor, not realizing that you need to approach it. Industry and proceed.
Okay, so a few people like just to make it easier for the viewers to understand. To create into pasty and to create this brick, right? So they are not as invested, if I may say, for lack of a better word. It's as if it was a side hustle. Yes. So they were accommodating having to scale has been a problem for us, so we are doing something else.
Okay.
Okay, and now I want to show the investor the model that I'm using is to create a prototype, then go to an investor and show them this can be done, help me commercialize. The teething problem, everything that needs to happen to a final product. A team of engineers to make to melt.
And you were there hands on.
I was there hands on. A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. This is taking.
You heard that? A lot of sleepless nights. That's leaving me excited. Yay! Something else. You're like, oh God, I need to give up. This is not working. Something else. But why did I start in the first place? And you continue with this until you got to that point where you felt, I'm actually doing this. Okay.
And especially, we are not all financial muscle, you know. So knowing that from your parents, that's non-little investment in giving up is not an option.
It's not an I love that. You heard that? Okay, giving up is not an option. That's my mantra. So I love it so much. And she also considered with that support. I just have to make sure that this has to work. Anyway, so finally,
Raya, and you talk to everybody. The biggest asset as an entrepreneur is the connections. You know who to talk to. There's someone who knows who they can connect you with to actually get somewhere. Until mixi a perfect a balance the plastic to get to a product that we can go and approach an investor with.
So it was a lot of trial and error.
There was a lot of trial and error.
Until you got to that point, I think now we are sorted.
Yes.
Okay.
In Bajoroka, you know where WhatsApp was before to what it is now. To further improve
that's
the product.
just what business is about. And what she's saying, every time in business, you need to identify I want to improve it. Better than what it was yesterday, which is what she did. So tell me here, how we are here because you told me somewhere you got supported somehow. I think maybe what happened? What kind of support did you get?
The support as in getting into the incubation.
You tell me.
Okay.
However.
Okay. So support I think it was from my parents initially. And I got support from Sebabazo.
Let's hear that.
Okay.
How did you apply?
The post came out.
Where
you should apply for Sebabazo. It was. I think I got it from a mutual friend.
Okay.
Post Sebabazo like. But when I
I love that. And what is good is, despite that thinking, you applied. But she took the leap of faith and applied. And what happened?
I did. I came out part of the top 5.
How so? Tell us that journey.
Okay. Apply yaba we were shortlisted. Actually, nebile for my numbers. What exactly am I supposed to say? What am I getting wrong? Yaba hali Steve. Oh, getting okay. And we pitched for a small panel.
Okay.
You apply. Then you get called to go pitch so that they understand your product more. So after the first pitching, to be shortlisted, is it 20 or 10 from each district?
Okay.
I was part of the 10.
The 10. Yes. Oh, so that's what makes the 200 or 200 plus.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
and then?
Yes.
Oh, that's good, because the also says it's actually covering the whole country.
Yes.
When I'm Prime Minister's initiative, Honorable Samuel Ntsukwane Matekane ola kopana le batjhare what's ba ke ntlo hloka hore re bone hore na re ba thusa ka life as far as the government is concerned. So hona le tabena ya Sebabatso program where tlasa teng hona le maoto a mabedi. We have the entrepreneurs leg and then we have the innovators leg. Jwale how le the entrepreneur hona bolela hore o tshwantse be you are youth, but ha re bua ka the innovators yona e buletswe mosotho mo le mong, so hona bolela hore le wena you can actually apply. So it says wena o no legging if
entrepreneur.
She was under the entrepreneurs leg and she got the opportunity of more than 200 or 200, and then you went for this boot camp?
Yes.
Yes. And then what happened?
We went to this intense boot camp, 5 days, where ba perfect pitch now what to put in more. What are we doing? When we are pitching it, it should put in or strike harder on the details that we need to. Yeah.
Because muso a Lesotho o la ikeletsa hore wa tseba ihle potential e ngata ka ha bona ha Lesotho fela ga bona hore ba hloka ho kotiswa mane le mane tabeng ya hore ba tsebe ho iketsa present ke mona ma buang ka taba hore na ba pitcha ka life. And then you were further shortlisted.
Yes. I was further shortlisted. The 5-day boot camp jale. You go on to pitching Mantabise in front of investors and everybody.
How did that feel?
It was scary.
It was scary. I love that. It was scary, but you did it anyway.
Yes.
Perseverance. It's very, very important. Push it to the maximum. So now we have pitched. Now we are the top. You came out top
5.
Top 5. Wow, beautiful. Ebe wena o ntsetsa eng ka taba tsetsa hore le wena o iphumane o le ka hare ho ditaba tse ka ntsa Sebabatso. Re a tseba hore Sebabatso e tena ya tsa tsena kaofela ka lebaka la support e kgolo haholo ho tswa ho a development partner. Re bua ka ha re sa bua ka UNDP. A ke reng ke kgafutse le re tlo utlwa hore na ha re tla mona na ebe taba tsa Sebabatso di mo file ditaba tse jwang development ya hae ha re khutla.
Call for action. Are you ready for a network that affords your business exposure and access to markets? Join us now and get the following benefits. A weekly picture spot classified with 300 maluti in informative newspaper, totaling up to 1,200 maluti advertising monthly. Promo advertising on the informative Facebook page, and promo advertising in FINITE monthly e-magazine. At least 1 hour virtual training on business, in sectors like marketing, HR, accounting, and many others. At least one feature in FINITE magazine about your business. Funeral cover worth 20,000 maluti for the business owner, 20,000 maluti for their spouse, and up to 20,000 maluti for each of their children for up to 6 children. Invitation to FINITE associated events. These may be charged, discounted, or free. Pop-up advertising in the lifestyle app to a consistent network of partners, members, and potentially new clients. Video advert placement on BAM TV. Scan the QR code to join the FINITE Magazine Lifestyle Club.
Programming ya rona ya FINITE Business Empowerment o khutla ba lo kapa re khutla jwalo ile hore re qeta ho fumana ditaba tsa bohlokwa hore na ebe kgwebo ena e etsang bricks kapa setene se lo hore e se etsa ka di plastic ere e fumane support ho tswa mmusong wa Lesotho ke bua ka the Prime Minister's initiative yona ya ne bitswang sebabatso mme sebabatso na go la applyela potso go rena wena ha apply ke because o bona tsa tshuli ile ana hana hore ke ya ba bang empa she got the opportunity ho tshong hore e hlile le bona o ka apply ha fela ditaba tsa ho di hlakile you can get this opportunity mme ga tseba hore sebabatso re be tswela pele ka taba e jwalo re itse re na le dileki tse pedi ile man mo re buang ka yo entrepreneurs kapa yo innovators she's an entrepreneur who na bolela she's a youth in the country but lofta mono re tseba go tsena mmuso wa Lesotho di etsa ka support e utlwileng ya UNDP. So tell me, here you are, you got this platform and then you've come out as one of the winners. What happened afterwards? What are the key highlights? Okay.
The key highlight was hands re display our products. Yaba LHDA ya fihla re e batla setene sena. And
where was this? It was during this that's about
yes,
okay.
Yes, ya fihla re batla setene sena ka nnete ntse re buisana how we're going to be working together. So that was the biggest highlight for me.
Definitely.
That was the biggest highlight for me. Because when you try to motivate yourself, there's someone out there that wants your product. You just
Absolutely.
need to put yourself out there to get that yes that you need.
Wow.
So the first yes, how did this happen?
And I'm loving this because in hopotsa hape hore ka yona mmuso wa Lesotho ke gola e push haholo ke Betco this one o tla thola hore ba di products tsa sebabatso di teng every month end Kingsway Road o tla thola di teng and we are saying go there, expose your products because jalo ka cho LHDA love approach because they were like they saw something beautiful ha ba ka ba kwana qalang ha ba ka ba re she's young. LHDA saw an opportunity in a young woman in the country and that is so beautiful. I can imagine how excited you have been since that. Oh, okay. What are the other key highlights of the programming?
It's connections. You get to meet people who know other people who can help you into growing. If you need something else like mohlomong o batla ho etsa website ya hao kapo mohlomong you need fixing something, you need hobane in a small business there's so many small teething things that you need to fix and work on.
Network.
Yes, you're able to connect with people, the right people to help you.
There you go, Sebabatso, the networks. Because how I live a local fella, Elidi Babazo. Because how I live a local fella, they are connecting and they are helping each other, building what a beautiful ecosystem. Kahana Halusut. Meganete Mosutu Hablome, Ntori Fetu, Natana Itleba, Chaba Kenikaha, Sebetokapa, Kenikaha, Hutavena, Patla Lijal, Nitisal, we know Kahara Huevo. Like you're saying, in fact, you just said there are those teething problems. So this says ntso kopana le di challenge and I think I'd like to know na ebe o bona ka ke dintho tse di feng tse mohlomong mmuso wa Lesotho o ka nna wa kenya letso hape ho thusa hore tsona dikgwebo tsa rona mohlomong di tswele pele beyond what they are today.
Okay. Ke kgola more than anything re ka batla a development finance system.
Okay.
Hobane tsena tse commercial ka bo di banking they're just commercial banks. Ba thusa
development finance Mosotho hloko utlwana.
Development ke ena e tlo thuthua lwena e ba utlwang hore motho enwa wa qala hana letho hobane ke etsa mohlala ka kgwebo ena ke etsang it's very capital intensive ha ke re capital intensive o sito ga nka qala ka 5,000 nyana ha ebe o khona go nke 5,000 e hloka a hefty amount. Jwale for a development bank hobane ba tseba hore you are only developing has say a proven model they take on a bigger risk.
Okay. Ne ke batla o hlalosetse go o utlwa ho tswa ho yena hobane e hlile ke taba ya bohlokwa eno ka ha rona ha Lesotho re hlokang dinaha tse ngata di fana ka that kind of support especially to the small businesses. So she's saying maybe that's something that can be considered. What else?
Ebe o tloa mono hore re ka kgona ho kopana le decision makers hobane ha o fihla front desk motho a sa utlwisisi na o ntso reng it's ebe ha o tlo kopana le decision maker gala wane sa lo ntso ya go khutla ga ntwena re ka etsa in a week be fedile
and bohloko ba yana taba ena I know it how kopana le motho receptioning asa tsebe na o bua kaeng a o khutlisa entse le pillar to post fela ile hore ha ba mohlomong no tsamaile le motho a tseba motho eno no ka pola is of formal introduce etsuwa mohlomong ke the people be no hore in their senior structures it makes it easier because ba tseba hore motho eno wa tseba na o bua kaeng so she's simply appealing hore e ka re ka khona hore re fihlele to the decision makers ka pele that is a very beautiful point. What else?
Ho tloa mono ke a kgola turnaround time ya dintho hae mona it's as if gore ha ke tsebe if it's tradition hore dintho di nkena go itelele haka gore turnaround time hore e ka le ko hore e tlasenya e potlakiswe hobane o fumana hore hona jena you wouldn't want contract e jena e o feta hobane jwale turnaround time e nkana go itelele
hobane o tso fitwa mona le mane le mane. Okay.
Letting hagere we should just
bypass.
Yes.
Okay, no, Mona, I think you are just referring to lead time. Go muso haiba process ya go move mane permit itseng o le ka hore ebe ka potlakiswa ba hore instead of waiting 10 days what can be done hore re fokotswe 3 days ke be ke fumane ntho haka. So it's just about faster service delivery. Okay.
Hobane everywhere else in the world ra tseba hore dintho di etsahala betere. We should also follow suit.
I think we are trying to get there. We are trying to okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm happy guys.
Enwe ke a kgola ntle le mono ke nahana ke tseno ka nne.
You think that's about it?
Yes, that's about
okay,
it.
Okay. No, it's fine. Can I get you to because you talked about the boot camp no
Yes. In a boot camp, on another setting to go home to non taboo but next out run on
because the time was a bit pressed. Okay.
So hore reka bale a continuation of such things. Haebe honona le boot camp page and about hore ka mora na go itseng hona le the seminar about yes.
Oh, okay. Wo sontse o tla mona ke taba fela eska ba ke taba na boot camp fela what do we do hore le ho sa because things change all the time. Re nne re fumane support. Beautiful said. Kore re sentse go tla gona ba sotho ba fumana support thing but also what can be done further. And this is why rona as BEM group tlasa Finite Lifestyle Club re na le platform where we are saying we are calling on to you as well to be part of our network because how le member of Finite Lifestyle Club you pay your monthly subscription ya 150 maluti fela kgwedi le kgwedi e o fang in na ka 150 ena ya pele re etsa engage with other SMEs like you and even other big companies. So we are saying we're improving your networks. Hobane sentse le connect within that platform. O tsebe hore na mang producer eng, eno etsa speaker, eno etsa kaofela, we are connecting through that platform. But it's not only that. We are saying we also provide monthly sessions tse buang ka all different areas of business. Ekaba your HR, your marketing, your finances, your operations, you name them, IP, you name them. But lo feta mo re ka yona 150 o hape re boetse re offer platform ya go advertise in informative newspaper. Yes, you get your classified e leng hore worth 300 maluti beke le beke, and we are saying with that 150 you get to advertise weekly on our newspaper. Not only that, we are saying you also have a family, and beyond this life, should anything happen, you have a funeral cover where you're covered for 20,000 value to yourself as the main member, 20,000 for your spouse, and 20,000 up to 20,000 for up to 6 children. 100 as little as 150 maluti. Of course, terms and conditions apply because and the size and everything. So why don't you join our platform? You should press that QR code so that we're not at this big network where that is how I wrap it up. But as we speak right now, what initiatives out there, where are you seeing yourself, and also and what kind of support are you getting?
Okay, so ke le di banking, ke le LNDC, ke le go bua le Betco, but LNDC showed a bigger appetite into helping.
Of course, I think even the investment they were willing kind of for this kind of business. Okay.
Yes. So ke hona mono hona jena trying to collect information to actually materialize and formalize everything.
Beautiful. Arch le ikutletse mosotho a eso ke gona ba nagene re tlo bua taba tsa bohlokwa ka kgobo ena e reng e sebetsana le recycling, because ke man bo ba sebetsana le plastic hona bolela ba create mesebetsi ka gona ya Lesotho, but also they are protecting the environment e leng ditaba tsa bohlokwa haholo. Mme ha ke tshobalo ke rena wena mo teng ebe o etsa eng ho fetola bophelo ba hao kapa o fetola maphelo a Basotho ba bang. Re a tseba go tsena kaofela ba di etsa hobane ba ile ba fumana support ke a pheta from the Prime Minister's initiative mo ileng go batla sa sebabatso program yeo e leng proudly supported by UNDP. Mosotho o fihlela re kopana hape. Hi Fafatsi.
Ke Morongoe Falatsi wa Nomsa plastic brick. Nomsa plastic brick e fumane ha mabote empa ntse re le processing ya hore re tlo sebeletsa Florida. Di contact tsa rona o ka re sheba Instagram and Facebook under Nomsa plastic brick. The email address and the phone number are